I see the real estate industry. So there's growth, but it's segmented. So when you talk about the prime ones, especially the luxury apartments, they are going fast. Basically, that is that particular market, and the demand is high. And basically, as you said, I've not even broken ground, but then at least it's almost halfway through.
All right, so tonight we're talking about closing the housing gap. Can public-private partnerships solve Ghana's 2 million housing deficit? Well, we're going to get into the conversation with our guest, Mr. Belo Cida Haruna, who is the commercial director for Kasa Properties. Mr. Haruna, you're welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here. It's great to see you here. Now, tell us a little bit about your role as the commercial director at Kasa Properties.
Okay, so essentially my role is to generate revenue.
Oh, fantastic role.
Yeah.
Money role.
I know, right? And then also to ensure that I deliver an economic sustainable project that meets, the real estate need in the market. And also my role is basically to have the overall strategy with regards to pricing, with regards to marketing, sales, what's called investor confidence and partnerships and so on and so forth. So essentially, this is the role I play at. Kasa Property has been around for some time, but then our main flagship project, we just launched it just a month ago. Yes, we launched it. We had the Minister of State for Housing, as well as the Greater Accra Regional Minister coming to support us for the launch. We just had that like a month ago. We basically breaking ground on the 30th. That's basically next week. Yes, and already we've basically sold a lot.
Wow.
As a 58 unit luxury apartment.
58?
Yeah, unit luxury apartment located in the airport residential area, basically like a minute drive from the airport. Yeah, so we have the studios, one bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, 4 bedroom, as well as the penthouses.
The 58 units, how many floors?
12 floors.
12 floors. And what are the sizes of the studios?
Well, it ranges from, I think, from 36 square meters all the way to, I think, about 44 square meters. That's for the studios. But then the penthouse, of course, they are big, so they take a lot of space, like 300 square meters and all that.
Wow.
And for our project too, basically, I would say our project has a lot of space as compared to what's in the market, because it was quite deliberate, and almost everybody would have a balcony. So, yeah.
Wow, and you said they're all sold out?
No, majority,
almost. Wow,
yeah.
so out of the 58?
Think about half. Yeah, I think about half.
And you haven't even broken ground yet. This is fantastic. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow. What would you say about the state of the current housing market in Ghana?
Okay, for the luxury real estate, yes, it also has its own demand, especially if it's in the prime area. Like let's say we are looking at somewhere like the airport, Labone cantonments. So basically for that one, you have a lot of investors. They see it more as a business. Most of them don't really buy to stay in there. They buy and use it for investment or for other things like long lease or for Airbnbs or any other thing they would want to use it for. So basically, that is that particular market, and the demand is high. And basically, as you said, I've not even broken ground, but then at least it's almost halfway through. People have already started doing their reservations and all that, because I think the location also matters, because it's closer to the airport. Yeah, so essentially, this is how I see the real estate industry. So there's growth, but it's segmented.
Yeah. So you mentioned that the housing market, you believe, needs to be segmented. So when we talk about the luxury, right? Because nowadays everybody uses the word luxury.
Yes.
So you being a commercial director, what is your definition of luxury, and who is the target market for these luxury homes?
Okay, so I'll start with the target. So essentially, we're targeting investors, especially in the diaspora. There are a lot of people who want to invest in Ghana, but they don't have basically don't know what to actually invest in, and they see the housing sector as a safe bet, because at the end of the day, even if you don't rent it out, they will still appreciate. It will never depreciate. So they feel like it's a safe place for them to do their investment. So basically, they are the ones that we target, and of course, the high net worth individuals. and then also CEOs or C-suite executives. Yes, so basically these are the people that we target in that particular for that particular segment, because it's in a prime area, and prime areas are quite costly because even to get access to the land is no joke. So it also builds up the cost. That makes it like that, and it's luxurious because one you find it in a very solid location because it's closer. These are prime areas, and then two, the facilities and then the amenities that comes with it. So let's say if I'm using Prime Accra, for example, it does have a what's it called, outdoor swimming pool and an indoor swimming pool, which could be heated if it's raining and you don't want to bath outside, you don't want to swim outside. It also has what's it called, private lifts. Also have 2 fire exits, and also has a paddle called Essential Store. Has gyms, basically all the world-class amenities. So all this thing comes into makes it a luxurious, it makes it a luxurious building. So that is why those things, when it happens that way, the price is a bit high. Yeah, but most importantly, it is the land.
What are some of the things that you're doing at Kasa Properties to ensure that people receive their homes on time?
Okay, so for us, it is even imperative that we give the investors or people who are coming to buy the units this confidence. It's one of the reasons why we've partnered Deloitte. So Deloitte is our transactional advisors and our quality assurance partners. And we all know what Deloitte stands for. It's an international brand, and for them to even come on board, they would have run their numbers and know, now this project is viable, and they know together with us we can actually meet our deadlines. And our deadline is basically like 24 months. I know in the space a lot of people have been facing such problems. Because I quite remember just like 2 weeks ago, I was speaking to a friend who was a broker. So I was speaking to him about the off plans that we had, and they were like, Belo, these issues. Even quite recently, I went to court because I did an off plan sales, and there were issues with it and all that. So we had to even go to court to ensure that the person gets his money. So these are concerns. But then for me, for someone who's like a brand police, I always say, if you're a company and you tell people this is what I'm going to do, people begin to trust your brand. When you break that trust, they don't trust you again. So then it affects the rest of your projects. This is our first flagship project, and we are ensuring that all those things do not come into play. That is why we've partnered with Deloitte, because then Deloitte becomes like our grandma, our home, who's ensuring that we do the right things. Yes. So anytime we bring that thing up, basically tends to relax the investors. Basically, all of us are Kasa Properties. We've invested our life and soul and our heart in this. We might even finish before the 24 months timeline that we've given. And I'm sure if all the developers have the same mindset, I don't think it should be a problem. So please, so if you're looking for an investment in a luxury apartment building, you can reach out to the show, and then we can have a conversation. We have very good off-plan, prices and good discounts. So come in early and get a very good discount. Prime Accra is located once again at the airport residential area. So come quickly and let's make money.
Wonderful. We've been talking to the commercial director of Kasa Properties. He says come in early and get a good deal with their new project coming up at Airport Residential Luxury Homes.